So pretty much like the hip hop game is like I compare it to a flame. Like on some days, my flame it might be dim, you know, and the reason why I know I can ignite it again is because I've ignited before. So I go back to times where I was my highest flame. No matter what I'm going through, I have documentation of what it's like to ignite. You know you can always be that flame because you've been that flame. Will you remember me for my highs or my lows? I need to know. How will you remember me for my flaws or my love? Just so you know, you say I'm willing to die for. I think artists might be acting now more than ever. There's so much, especially as far as like ghostwriting and how you have to dress today, like to even like for the concept of what you're supposed to look like to even catch legs, you gotta talk a certain way, you gotta dress a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why people like JCole, it's kind of like or Kendrick too. Like I ain't rocking jewelry. We just gonna rock this. I'm gonna walk around looking like I'm about to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? And you have a lot of these other guys. They might not be as educated. They're just doing what they're told. They're doing what they may feel like is right. They're getting signed to these labels, and they're like, and these labels are probably throwing credentials in their face. We've been doing this. This is what it takes. We need you to say this, say this. We need you to get on this track with so and so, so and so, and this is going to be your single. We're going to pick it, for the most part, pick it for you. Now they might make it feel like you picking it, but to an extent, I feel like a lot of people they want the success so bad that they're willing to take advice from anybody on how to get there. On the birth, forget about you. My brother incarcerated again. Put his chips in the streets, but he didn't win. Face of time. Just because of how deep I feel like I had to go to write it. Each verse tackles very serious situations to me. Starting off, the first verse talks about my brother being incarcerated. Then the second verse jumps to the plight of black women and what they go through in America. And the third one goes to me explaining to my deceased grandmother that I'm no longer Christian. So to me, to have all of that in a song, it wasn't the easiest song to write. And as an artist, you kind of gotta put yourself in a certain place mentally. And then you write it, and it gets draining or whatever. So it took the most out of me, and I feel like it's probably one of the most important songs that I wrote. I ain't forget about you. I ain't forget about you. Stay in black attire. This verse Malcolm X inspired. Spot niggas like 50 yards. Run down on them, hit them with 50 bars. Militant shit. It's clear to see I'm as real as it get. I smell blood, but I ain't spilling the bitch. I can't touch me. I knew you hold your applause and overlook me. I cherish a doubt. I still haven't found my voice. People's like, I haven't found my voice. That was a little fear. Kind of hearing yourself back. Your voice is always corny. I know to me. I always hate my fucking voice, and it's like, or whatever. So sometimes I just go with it. You Luke Cage, see that boy good. Me falling off, you wish that boy could. We on the show radio station, you see that boy hot. Got my flow back, feeling like the rap. Sometimes it might be like, is it enough energy? Does this beat call for my tonality to be down? What does this beat call for? What type of tones do I want to play with? So it's like you're just in a sense of confusion, wanting to make art that's very presentable and that represents everything that you stand for. So it makes you take it extremely serious. Brutality, they trying to put us down. Them boys clowns, we ain't coming, we supporting Kaepernick. You know I got that fist up. Nigga, no, we ain't trying to be in that fist cuff. We just trying to get our shit up. We're in a very freestylish moment in hip hop. Like, you could jump from This Is America to Walking Like I Talk at MIGOS to JCole track that it's like
I feel like if you really know hip hop, then you obviously you go get your fix musically or whatever. But I feel like to the masses and the people that owns the media and all of that, I mean, you do have some balance with the internet, but for the most part, the masses is putting out one side to an extent, and that's unfortunate. Remember me. I gave the keys as far as the direction to my guy, JCole. I feel like from the discussions we had, it was more of an artist that kind of felt entrapped. And I feel like that was pretty accurate as far as his direction, because that's kind of how I was. How will they remember me? That's a lot of tossing and turning. It can be very draining mentally. So I really gave him the direction with that. In the video, you can see me sometimes rapping in a cage, which symbolizes that. You might see me walking out of this cave or something like that, which symbolizes being free. And I think that it just symbolizes an artist tossing and turning and eventually becoming free and becoming at peace with itself.
The people haven't seen that outcome yet. Hopefully I can change the sequel. Shit. How the fuck we gonna be powerful if everything we're mounting to is killing all I found in youth?
I do feel like I bring great art as far as hip hop. I bring pro-blackness in my music, which I don't feel like that we don't have a lot of that. I could tell you that. My lyricism is laced with God references because I am a God, you know. So concepts that kind of makes me different from a lot of artists. To me, once you are in that place where you are that flame, you need to live in that moment and stay in that moment and understand what that moment feels like, so you'll be able to reproduce that moment. God. Speak the voice, a nigga just got off the plane. Little jet lag. No, that shit be. Turn the music up, if you will. Immaculate conception. You niggas looking for God, I'm here, don't tell me I'm not, it's clear. People wanting smoke, well let's get it cracking. There's 3 years in the making, boys, I'm back in action. Westbrook of these rappers, I'm here to pat the stats in. I'm Barry Hatches, these niggas is talking greasy to bleed me. You can't see me, believe me, I'm out your